Beaming microwave energy from space-based solar-powered systems. Beaming microwave energy to Earth from a solar power plant in space could be a reality soon with space-based solar power systems. Solar power plants are large structures in space that convert solar energy captured as solar irradiation into a form of energy that's transmitted wirelessly to any remote receiver station. Since at least 2014, the U.S. Department of Energy has been exploring the concept of beaming microwaves from space, capable of generating so much power as to be able to power a major U.S. city. In 2019, the Chinese claimed that a fully functional Chinese microwave beaming power station in space could be deployed by the year 2050. Now, X-37B secret space plane's microwave power beam experiment. The X-37B's upcoming unmanned mission is known as both Orbital Test Vehicle 6, OTV-6, and as US Space Force 7, USSF-7. The UAV, the Unmanned Aerial Vehicle, X-37B, is to conduct two kinds of experimental missions. Among the two will be a mission to test the system designed by the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory, NRL, that is capable of capturing solar power and beaming that energy back to Earth in the form of microwaves. This microwave system being tested could have significant military and surveillance-related applications. It could allow near continuous charging and energy transferring to unmanned flight operations across the world. The NRL has been helping back up the U.S. Navy ambitious projects. In October 2019, the NRL conducted a 3-day-long demonstration of the Navy's latest power beaming capabilities. In the demonstration, the NRL transmitted a completely silent, invisible beam of 2 kilowatt laser power over 300 meters through the air over attendees' heads. The Navy was first granted a patent in this field in 2016 on the back of the work done by NRL engineer Dr. Paul Jaffe. This beamed power system of the U.S. Navy has been endorsed by the IEEE, the Marines, the Army, the Air Force, and is expected to be endorsed throughout the Department of Defense in the near future. Space-based solar power system. The remote locations, flight operations, and even natural calamity-struck geographic areas on Earth, which are short of power and electricity, could be equipped with a rectifying antenna or a rectenna. The rectenna captures energy in the form of microwaves beamed from satellites overhead. Thus, civil disaster relief, civil enforcement operations, and various military and naval operations can use this technology for long durations continuously. The satellites responsible for generating the beam of energy will be charged by solar energy. Thus, the continuous powerful renewable energy of the sun is deployed. A group of satellites, much like a constellation of stars, could be required for fast-moving UAVs and even for some applications on the Earth's surface. However, a concrete proof of such a concept is being eagerly anticipated. Solar-powered base satellites and laser beams. Attempts to remotely power flight operations have been made before. Czech U.S. designer Dr. Peter Glass originated an idea in the 1970s of solar-powered base satellites, SPS for short, and these would be large structures in space that convert solar energy captured as solar irradiation into a form of energy that is transmitted wirelessly to any remote receiver station. In the 1980s, the U.S. Air Force began testing lasers as a source of propulsion for small light craft. As early as the 1980s, they managed to get small cone-shaped craft to fly hundreds of feet in the air, propelled only by these types of laser beams. In 2011, NASA's Glenn Research Center published research on laser-powered beaming systems examining long-range optical refueling of electric platforms such as micro-unmanned aerial vehicles, MUAV for short. The RAND Corporation study titled Feasibility of Laser-Powered Transmission to High-Altitude Unmanned Aerial Vehicle, also around 2011, approved of the concept of laser-beamed power. It, however, warned that atmospheric interference from clouds could pose limitations on flight paths and ceilings. RAND is a government think tank to offer research and analysis to the U.S. Armed Forces. Since at least 2014, the U.S. Department of Energy has been exploring the concept of beaming microwaves from space, capable of generating so much power as to be able to power a major U.S. city. The U.S. Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, DARPA, in July of 2018, demonstrated its laser-powered aircraft, the Silent Falcon, which the project lead, Joseph A. Abate, said was meant to demonstrate the remote electric refueling of DoD systems via high-energy laser power beaming to extended missions, operation time in contested and remote environments. In 2019, the Chinese Academy of Space Technology claimed to already be testing such a system and said that a fully functional Chinese microwave beaming power station in space could be deployed by 2050. Civilian and military applications. This technology has massive application not only for future UAVs but also for all mankind. On the civilian front, dependence on cell towers and communication satellites will be reduced, and UAVs can be kept in the air for very long periods of time. Our increasingly complex communication networks can operate more reliably in the event of a crisis in a region or even for normal operations. And more importantly, the applications in military surveillance areas could be path-breaking. The beam power system could allow satellites to provide reliable power anywhere on the planet, or even to spacecraft or other satellites that are in orbit. Sustained aerial reconnaissance of conflict-ridden zones and disputed areas using drones or UAVs could become a reality. Such were the U-2 planes, spy planes deployed by the U.S. over disputed areas in the Sino-Indian War of 1962, which not only helped the U.S. demarcate the disputed areas, but also helped it lay the foundation for electronic surveillance against the Soviet Union from India. The United States runs a large global surveillance program known as the Five Eyes or Project Echelon. Member countries of the program, including the likes of Australia, New Zealand, Britain, Canada, and the United States, have been systematically wiretapping other governments. Now their large-scale interception operations of international radio, telecommunications, and internet traffic will become a lot easier. International drone-based operations, such as the one used by the U.S. against Iran, could be solar-powered, becoming more easier to operate. The space-based solar-powered technology combined with NSA's Skynet program, synced with Aadhaar database, could be used for real-time. And this is from Great Game India. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.